He deserved a long, painful, slow, agonizing, whatever kind of, however painful it should have been, he got off free, is what I think. Sorry, go ahead.
I completely disagree with you, but I want you to ask me that. I
Why?
want you to
Why do you
ask me
disagree?
why
Okay, after
after
the clip.
the
Okay, sure,
clip.
go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey guys, thanks for joining. This is another Reaction Wednesday. This is gonna be kind of like a political Reaction Wednesday, and we're just gonna get right into it.
Telling me that Epstein was
Okay.
Mossad and and that's exactly what happened. Okay. And then now all of a sudden we get the report 3 days ago. No client list, no this, no that. And yesterday, when they're being asked about it, Pam Bondi says they found child porn. That's what they found, and that's what they don't want to release. Is that the video, Rob? The one that President Trump there is asked about Epstein? I think you just
Yes.
had the video. How long?
I don't know about you, but what kind of person loves
You know
looking
what?
at a
You know what,
child
Kevin?
that is
This is
not
where,
even
sorry,
in?
to cut you short. I don't like hearing that
Yeah.
because it just rubs me a certain way. And there's sick people in this
Hmm.
world. And am I happy he's dead? Absolutely. I'm just sad that he had a quick death. He killed himself, whether, some people believe that, it was just a conspiracy theory, whatever the case may be. I'm just sad that he died quickly. He deserved a long, painful, slow, agonizing, whatever kind of, however painful it should have been, he got off free, is what I think. Sorry, go ahead.
I completely disagree with you, but I want you to ask me that. I
Why?
want you to
Why do you
ask me
disagree?
why
Okay, after the
after
clip.
the
Okay, sure,
clip.
go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
All
sure.
right. Don't forget that. Okay.
Was that video, by the way?
This one is the shorter
No, you
version.
need the other one to find the Bondi one.
I
But
have the entire one right here.
okay, play that one. Play that one because I want her answer to also be in it. And I got so many questions with this on the CIA side. But go ahead and play this clip here. Go for it.
Jeffrey Epstein, it left some lingering mysteries. One of the biggest ones is whether he ever worked for a American or foreign intelligence agency. The former Labor Secretary, who was Miami U.S. Attorney Alex Costa, he allegedly said that he did work for an intelligence agency. So could you resolve whether or not he did? And also, could you say why there was a minute missing from the jailhouse tape on the night of the stabbing?
Yeah, sure. If I
Could I just interrupt for
Sure.
1 second? Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years. You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this?
It's funny. If Trump just shut the hell up, this probably wouldn't have blown up so badly.
I honestly don't think when people are saying he's covering up because, he's probably on those files or he's culpable, I don't think Trump has anything to do with child sex trafficking or being a pedophile or watching child porn. I don't think so. And the reason I say that is because Epstein's case was since 2019. He died in prison in 2019. This was during a Biden administration. If they had anything on Trump with this Epstein case, I think they would have used it against him. That's the only reason I feel that it's not about him. He's probably covering up for somebody else. I'm not saying he wasn't Epstein's
Mm.
friend. They're all billionaires, so they roll in the same circle. But I don't know that he committed any criminal act. He may have been friends, he may have flown there, but I don't know that he did anything bad or morally wrong. I just think he's covering for
This
somebody.
guy,
And if he did something wrong, the Biden administration would have used it against him at some point.
creep, that is unbelievable. Do you want to waste the time and do you feel like answering? I can't believe you're asking a question on Epstein at a time like this where we're having some of the greatest success and also tragedy with what happened in Texas. It just seems like a desecration, but you go ahead.
Sure, sure. First, to back up on that, in February, I did an interview on Fox, and it's been getting a lot of attention because I was asked a question about the client list, and my response was, it's sitting on my desk to be reviewed, meaning the file along with the JFK, MLK.
Doesn't make any
That's
sense. So basically,
yeah,
you're
that's
saying
that's a diversion.
when
I'm sorry. That's That's a diversion.
Well, I think
Yeah.
it's
Well,
pivoting. I think she's
same.
pivoting in
Yeah.
terms of,
I don't know, but
yeah.
here's okay. Go ahead. You go ahead because I spoke the last one.
I was just gonna say the one thing, this is all just small commentary, and then once the full clip is done, we can get into
Sure.
the main discussion. One thing I love about Republicans, they're amazing at spin. Republicans are amazing at spinning things like, oh, grab by the pussy. That was locker room talk. Genius. Genius. Keep it really, really simple. Democrats are suck at this. They're so terrible at it. And just like what she's saying right now, what I meant by is all the files, including MLK. So that's definitely everyone wants JFK. It's like classic spin. Like I love it. It's genius.
Okay, files as well. That's what I meant by that. Also, to the tens of thousands of video, they turned out to be child porn downloaded by that disgusting Jeffrey Epstein. Child porn is what they were. Never going to be released, never going to see the light of day. To him being an agent, I have no knowledge about that. We can get back to you on that. And the minute missing from the video, we released the video showing definitively.
That's a fumble.
The video was not conclusive, but
Why would you release
the
that video?
evidence
So
prior
sloppy.
to it was.
Well, I'm just responding to Pat
Yeah.
PBD. They had to release the video because they had to release something. Someone died in jail. The whole idea is that the jail is supposed to be
Yeah.
secure, and this man is supposed to go through due process, and he's supposed to get his day in court, and people, the victims, are supposed to get justice. This isn't justice, and once again, I'm going to stop right there because ask me that question
Sure.
after this is done. I'll let you just make one quick
No,
comment if you wanted to.
I don't believe what she's saying. The way she's talking about it, I just don't believe her. I don't know what she's hiding. I'm not saying she's lying,
Yeah.
but she's hiding some truth.
Showing he committed.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Body language, your job is body language.
Mhm.
You have to, as a sociopathic tendency, you have to be
Right.
able to size up the other person's body language.
Absolutely.
When you see this here, you see the president, you see Bond, you see the way they're handling this topic. In your mind, what are you speculating?
That they're deflecting.
Why?
Is that it?
I think this is one of those things where
That's right.
they just don't want people to go deeper.
Right.
I don't think people in the White House are going to be implicated in anything. I think it's more about protecting the Israelis, actually.
Interesting.
Mm,
Why?
interesting.
Jeffrey Epstein, in my view, is a textbook case of an access agent. I've said this before, but I think it's important and it bears repeating. If you are a foreign intelligence service and you want information from Bill Clinton or Bill Gates or Alan Dershowitz or important people, you want the secret information from them, you're not going to recruit them. They don't need anything from you. They don't have any financial vulnerabilities. So you do the next best thing and you recruit somebody who has access to them.
Mhm.
And you finance this person. He has a private island. He's got a private jet. He flies these people down. All the bedrooms and bathrooms were wired for video. You can catch them in these compromising positions just in case you need to squeeze them a little bit. There's no evidence that any of them were squeezed, but just in case. And then you pass it back to your handlers.
That
Wow,
guy
that's
was
wild.
definitely,
Shai,
yeah.
did you want me to
I think we
continue, or
got
you
the
think
gist
we
of
got
it.
the gist of it?
Definitely a sick guy.
Okay.
Whether he was an agent, that's still subjective. Whether he was this or that, I think there are a lot of cases that could be made for what's happening here. My opinion, again, I'm gonna throw this out. This is my conspiracy theories. This is my opinion. When the whole Epstein case started, do you guys do recall who was
President Trump.
the most talked about person that was involved? Do you recall?
No, I don't.
Prince Andrew.
Yeah.
Now, could it be?
Mm-hmm.
Could it be that he's one of the people that's being protected? I don't know. Could it be that there's people on that list that were asked to investigate him, but then they got caught up in all that stuff? They don't want to release the names of the agents that worked with him. Like he was saying, could be an Israeli thing or CIA. Who knows? There's a lot of factors to look into. All I'm saying is there is some kind of cover up. They're hiding something. I don't know what it is, but it's evident to me, having listened to everyone's opinions and the conversations about it, they're hiding something. What they're hiding, I don't know that anyone would ever know. We can only speculate at this point.
I'm gonna
And then the
go
why,
right
yes.
back to Judge
And then
Judy. I used to
the
watch,
why can go
yeah.
to Judge Judy.
Yeah. And I remember Judge Judy says this all the time. If it
It's not,
doesn't make sense, it's
yeah.
not true. Everybody listening, if something doesn't make sense, it is not true. It just doesn't make sense. Now, obviously, there's always
Yeah.
exceptions, but the point is, this just looks like you said, just definitely pivoting. They're trying to downgrade it. I think there is a cover up, obviously. I think one of the challenges is that there's so many people on this list. There's no way that United States can recover from this in a sense. And this is why I think it's being suppressed. There's a certain point where let's use Apple and Microsoft. They're in competition, right? They sell to the same market. But let's say another OS like Linux started growing. Microsoft and Apple would join forces to destroy Linux because it doesn't serve their purpose to create another competitor. So yes, we compete, but the point is, in a free market, we can't have a monopoly. So we have to have at least
Yeah.
two competitors, but we don't need three. So I think this is what's happening. You have the deep state, which is the US and the government, and then you have superpowers. I heard Bill Gates was tied to Epstein. Donald Trump clearly tied to Epstein, who is not just a person, he is now an institution. That's what the US government is. He is a president, he is an institution, not just a person. So you have that. You have the island, you have Prince Andrew, which is United Kingdom. Again, another he is a person, but he represents the crown or the
Yeah. It's
monarchy.
huge.
So I think the powers that be came together and they're like, okay, we got to look at this as mutual destruction. Do we want to destroy each other or do we want to just suppress this? Because this will destroy both sides. And I think that's what's happening. And yeah, it's nothing more than that. And what's unfortunate is this is why Trump got elected. People like the fact that he wasn't part of the swamp. People like the fact that he was in anyone's pocket. And, now clearly he is not above the drama. He is not above the deep state. He is now ingrained in it. Now, the other part that I'm going to say is, duh, you elected Donald Trump, the man that grabs women's pussies by the fist. Like, what do you expect? Do you think this guy's innocent? So sometimes I just think I'm torn. I'm like, okay, one side, I get it. But on the other side, duh, boing, you know what I mean? Like,
There's no thing.
anyways, I'll let you say
No, no, I
that
want
with
you to
my
go
monologue.
about the why first. When I said that he's lucky he passed away so easily, like he, whatever the case may be. Why do you think that you disagree with
Perfect.
that?
Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, the reason, so a couple of things. All the victims don't get their day in court. I think it would have been great
Ah, okay.
where those victims
Okay.
would have been able to see the full process, destroy him, and then kill him via lethal injection. I think there's a bit of closure
Mm.
in that respect. There's no question of what happened. And then the other part, and this is the more important part, just like P. Diddy, Epstein was not an island on his own. I mean, yes, he had his own island, but he did this stuff for himself
Right.
and for others. There is no question. Imagine it if I had a pimp as a best friend, and every 2 minutes I have these hot looking girls around me and I'm single. You don't think I'm not gonna. It's in my face every day. Am I stupid? The pimp is my best friend. I didn't make it happen, but he's my best friend. All these girls are around my house every day. Sometimes they're sleeping in my house. I'm a single guy. There's a girl literally naked on my couch right now. What am I gonna do? I'm a guy and I can't. The likelihood of all these people that are around this guy and you never. Come on, man, stop capping. So I'm not saying that Donald Trump did anything. I'm just saying
Yeah.
where there's smoke, there's fire. So the main reason why I wanted him still alive is because I want to know all these
Who are
sickos,
involved?
the
Yeah.
real sickos that are out there, and I want them all to get justice, not just this one person. This is my biggest thing why I hated how they did Cosby, how they try to do Diddy, and how they did Kanye. It's like they act like as if this is just one person acting alone like a lone gunman. Are you mad? Are you
There's more people.
stupid? No, a lot of times people do
Yeah.
these. Thank you. And so we're never going to know those people now. Ghislaine Maxwell, my theory is she ain't never seen the day of light because she'll get book deals. She's going to be a trillionaire
Yeah.
if she gets
So
released.
So this is the
This
yeah.
is over. She's gonna get
This
so
is the
many
one
book
time I'll agree
deals.
with. The victims did not get closure. There's still a lot of open items that haven't been resolved. There's
Unanswered
unanswered. There's a lot of people who should be brought to justice who are on that list or who participated because he's not an island, like you said. He owned an island, but he's not an island. There's a lot of people that need to be brought to justice, and unfortunately, we're not going to find out. I think what point I was making was that he got away easy and he didn't get to be humiliated as much as I would have liked to see. The people who kind of were part of this, his rink or whatever it is, should have been brought to justice as well. And that part we'll never know. And that's just unfortunate. But the part that he passed away or he died, not passed away because he's a scum. The part that he died, I'm saying it was an easy death. That's the part I'm trying to say. I think it's unfortunate that the victims didn't get their day in court, but he died so easily. For the crimes he committed, it was just not fair, right? I would have preferred him to suffer a lot more
Yeah.
before they killed him. But that's neither here nor there. I think today, from what I understand, Donald Trump is in the process of having them release more stuff. I don't know what that's going to do at this point, but maybe something will come out of it because people are crying that this is foul. Like what they released or what they're saying that there's nothing on the in that Epstein files. People don't believe it, and I'm one of those. I think there's more.
Do you think this is the end? Do you think this is the end of the Republican
No.
reign? Because a lot of people don't realize
Mm.
every 2 years, the politicians have
Yes.
to get
Yeah.
reelected. Trump is in office for 4 years, but every 2 years. So I'm wondering, do you think that this will be a
If
reckoning, like in
they
2 years or a year
no,
from now, they're going to lose the House and
people
the
have
Senate
fickle
over
minds,
this?
right? People forget very easily.
Mm.
Yeah, it's pretty
This is
huge. That's what
huge.
that's why I'm landing here. If they don't handle this properly,
Okay.
I think it will cascade to other things.
I personally think if they don't release the list, I don't care what they do, no one's going to forget.
But
Because
Kevin,
one
at
of the
this point,
things is
sorry,
that
sorry to cut
Trump
you
ran
short.
on this.
My apologies for this. At this point, what they're gonna redact a lot of names. Like you're not gonna see the full list. Like it's obvious that they're hiding something. So whatever the list they release now, people are not gonna believe it. I'm not gonna believe it. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I hear you. And you're right. Could be destroyed in the fires, but I think ultimately the trick here is Eric Trump stumped about it. Trump talked about it. This is what makes it different. They specifically talked about it, releasing the list. The whole idea is that Trump ran on the side of, I'm not part of this establishment. I am like you, out of the system, completely removed. I think this is critical where he's clearly not releasing something to protect something. And that's the whole reason why they hate big government. This is why everyone hates. No one hated Barack Obama personally, but they hated the fact that he was doing things to appease certain bigger priorities. So, yeah, I hear what you're saying. I just don't think. I think there's a huge one if they cannot get around it. I think if this was something where it was like Trump cheated on Melina and it found out, that's something that
Easily.
can go
Yeah.
away. But this is something you ran on this. You ran on this. Your whole idea is you're outside of this deep state. You're outside of the swamp. But now, if this doesn't come to fruition, Mr. Donald Trump, you are the actual swamp. Especially with the stuff that he's been doing, especially with Israel. All of a sudden, you bomb another
Sovereign,
country for them. I
a
thought you were all
sovereign, a
about
sovereign
U.S.
country for that
first, right?
matter, not just, yeah.
Yeah. So it just, you kind of put two and together. But the one thing I'll admit, though, it looks like Alex Jones, one of his supporters, is coming around. Ben Shapiro is coming around. So clearly, people can be bought, or I think people might be thinking, you know what? Though I don't like what he's doing, the alternative is we'll be handing this back to the Democrats. So we might as well
Yeah, but
just
not when it comes.
play
See,
with the
everything
guy.
goes out the window when it comes to kids. I'm sorry. I can't. I
You're
can't.
right.
You can't protect anyone. You can't not speak about it when it comes to kids. You can't just sweep it under the rug. It's kids. Kids are involved.
Yeah.
Every single evidence, everything needs to be laid on the card. Everything needs to be laid out and let the justice system do its job because it's kids' lives. Because when you destroy a kid's life, it's evident that they're not going to turn out well for the most part in the future. It's very rare for kids to be destroyed and then to turn out well as future, and their generations will suffer from that. So why would you want to cover that up? That's the part I don't get, and that hurts. But anyways, that's Reaction Wednesday for you. But go ahead.
I was just going to do a quick search to see how many kids are actually missing in the US currently. 460,000 children are reported missing in the US every year. In Canada, 32,640
One
of
is
missing
too many.
children.
One child missing is too much.
Yeah,
Talking about thousands.
yeah,
That's sad. Terrible.
yeah, yeah. And I just want to make it clear, most cases are resolved rapidly, over 60% within 24 hours. So that's good. But yeah, there's a lot of kids missing, and you got to ask yourself why. Why are these kids missing? What's happening? I've heard of things like trafficking, it's big business, and organ
Mm,
harvesting. It's wild. One last thing I just wanted to call out. You think Epstein was the epitome of child trafficking? Epstein was probably just one of many different knights, or Tom thinking about chess. He's not a pawn. He's bigger than a
yep.
pawn, but you know what I mean? Someone
Yeah.
else is replacing him. Somebody else is replacing him. You think those crates of German women sitting there waiting to be trafficked into US, you think they're just sitting there? No.
Terrible, man.
Somebody else picks up the pace and they start continuing the process. All right, this shipment goes to California. This shipment goes here. What are we doing with the ones that are going to Canada? There's somebody else doing this now. Then that's the problem where we just accept that he's dead. I get it, but this is what disgusts me. Sex trafficking is wrong, but worse is child sex trafficking. But the point is, you think these girls and these boys are now just free and where the world is safer now because this guy's gone? Are you mad? This stuff is still happening. And these guys are now you have no ties back to them. This is what's frustrating. There's no tie. Somebody else is replacing Epstein. Who the hell is that? I thought that's actually why Rico was getting hit on P. Diddy. I thought maybe P. Diddy was that new type of trafficker
Hmm.
with his money and with his pervasiveness. But
Yep.
obviously that is not the case. So who the hell is now furnishing this? Who is the new Epstein? Why is that not the biggest thing that we're talking about? And that's what frustrates me. We need to figure out who is the new Epstein. Who is a person that's now trafficking these children?
They need to be brought to justice. But yeah,
Anyways, I
that
get
it's a passionate topic, especially if you're a parent. Um,
yeah.
Parents just always kiss your kids and love them. It's unfortunate that that's the world that we live in. Can't trust anyone. Yeah,
Keep your
keep your
kids
kids
safe.
safe, and hopefully all these guys one day they all burn in hell. Yeah.
Exactly. One thing, ear tag, put something on your kids, maybe in the sole of the shoe. Don't tell them. That's how I do it. Always make sure location is on their cell phone, but that can obviously be destroyed if they get kidnapped. At least they wouldn't expect to throw away the shoes or something like that. Maybe in the future they'll have AI or some sort of device we can
Back
tag
to their skin. I
our
know,
children with.
or something.
Anyways, guys, another Reaction Wednesday. Disappointing what's happening, but hopefully you guys got a little bit out of it, learned a bit, and yeah, we need to do better as a society. This is not acceptable. Children are our future. It's sad that we even have to discuss this and deal with this in our world and our society. All right, guys, it's been a pleasure. Please like and subscribe to allow us to continue this content with you guys. All right, God bless,
I guess.
guys.